Hi everybody, on today's video we are going to make Almond Joy, or which is Bounty ice cream. So if you want to see how I eventually got to this perfect recipe, stick around and I'll show you. Anyone that follows this channel for a while, I did some coconut ice creams a couple of years ago and they just weren't quite right. I was looking for a very specific texture, mouthfeel and flavour all together, and coconut will make ice cream relatively easily, but it's just not very good ice cream. So to elevate coconut ice cream up to something that we expect from, proper artisanal ice cream makers, I have come up with this. There's a lot of ingredients into this, but trust me, it's worth it. So what are we going to need? So the first thing you're going to need is 900 grams of coconut milk with approximately 17% fat. You're going to need 561 grams of coconut cream with approximately 21% fat. You're going to need 225 grams of plain sugar. You're also going to need 112 grams of whipping cream with approximately 33% fat. You're going to need 50 grams of glucose or corn syrup. This is glucose 40DE, so we're trying not to increase the sweetness at all. We're also going to need 56 grams of erythritol and monk fruit extract combination, 95 grams of skim milk powder, and finally we're going to use a little bit of stabilizer. So there's a lot going into this. With the add-ins, we're using shredded coconut or desiccated coconut if you're in Europe, and dark chocolate. If you don't know, an Almond Joy is essentially a Bounty bar, but with an almond on the top, also covered in chocolate. That's it. They're identical pretty much in every other way. But getting that texture right is really, really difficult. So what we're going to do today is make
ice cream.
Perfect coconut ice cream. So we're going to use a cold process stabilizer because I don't really want to heat this up too high, but it's a big kind of batch this, scale it down to what you need. I haven't even calculated what that is. I'll put the overall batch size on the screen right now, but we're going to churn this in a traditional machine, and we're also going to do some in a Ninja Creami, just to see what the comparison is at the end and see if one's better than the other. So we essentially just need to get going. We're going to probably heat this up a little bit because I want the fats in the coconut to emulsify together. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, let's go. All right, first thing, kiddo, let's put this in the pan. It's heavy, so I'll help you. Ready? Pour. Nice. Now we need to add this in. Do you want to help me with this? Yeah. Yeah, so this is what creates the texture that we're after. Some coconut creams and coconut milks are really low in fat, and you need to make sure you use the fat equivalent that is in this recipe, because we need that fat to create a nice texture ice cream. So what we're going to do is just going to pop this on the heat and get this just like emulsifying together into a homogeneous liquid. Right, so we've got our mixture warmed up, and it's not super hot, it's like 40-50 degrees centigrade, something like that. And I have put my glucose syrup in the microwave because it's super, super sticky. That also means it's incredibly hot. So what we're going to do is put that in our warm mixture, like so. If you use corn syrup, then you probably don't need to heat it up because it's quite it's much less sticky than glucose syrup is. So with that in there, we're going to stir that together. Now we're left with 1 liquid and 3 dry ingredients. Got some on my finger. So what do we need to do? That is our erythritol. Can you put that in the pan, please? Nice, thank you. And as the liquid is still warm, this is going to help with the dissolving of our solids. This is our sugar. Can you put that in the pan, please? Nice. Good stuff. And now we're going to put in our whipping cream. It's actually quite an important, you can put it in. It's actually quite an important ingredient in this because texturally, coconut ice cream is very different to others. And when you own a commercial outlet, coconut ice cream is always like powdered. No one ever makes it because it doesn't come out the same. That inclusion of dairy is quite important to get the final result where we need. Finally, we're going to put in our skim milk powder. So just pop all of that in. And with our powder sitting on the top, what I'm going to do is pop in 2 grams of our stabilizer. Cold process stabilizer guar gum. I don't want to heat this up to super high temperatures. Do you want to give that a stir for me? You are stirring, and you don't have to stir steady. You don't want to go in over the edge. I think we're all done. So one final stage is we've got to pop this. Is that going to fit in there, do you think?
Let's see.
Let's see. You hold on to that.
Okay.
I'm going to pour this in. Only just goes in there. Right. We are going to pop this in the refrigerator for a couple of hours just to bring that residual temperature back down. We just want to get this down nice and cold so that when we churn it, it churns fast. That's the point of bringing these down. Anyway, should we put this in the fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah? And we will come back when it's ready. So our ice cream base is chilled down. It's been in the fridge for, 4 hours. Haven't got around to it. What we're going to do is we're just going to gently stir this up. Yeah. Good.
The bubbles are done.
Bubbles are gone. So now I am going to help you pour this into here. We're not going to put it all in. All right?
Okay.
Ready?
I'm not going to fit all in.
About there. Whoop. There we go. Can you press this button for me? With your thumb, nice and hard. There we go. And while that's doing that...
After we're going to put this in.
Yeah.
And the excess.
First, we're going to put some in a Ninja Creami tub, okay? I'll do this. You hold the tub. We're putting it in a Ninja Creami tub like this without any of the add-ins because we're going to do the add-ins after. So that is now going to go in the freezer and we will come back during the dishing up phase. So say, see you soon.
See you soon.
So whilst the ice cream is churning, we take our coconut oil. This is actually deodorized or, non-flavored coconut oil, but as this is coconut ice cream, it doesn't make any difference. Put a little bit of that into your 80% dark chocolate and melt it gently in the microwave until it's really nice and smooth. And then we're going to start adding in our desiccated coconut or coconut pieces and get the coconut out of the kid's hair and all over her face. It's basically everywhere, and we're going to keep loading it up. There's a lot of coconut going in this space, and that is because we are after that specific texture. Right at the end of the churn, we are going to start loading in our chocolate pieces. It's kind of like a stracciatella, and we're going to load that in. Nice test. Yes, it's delicious and we are desperate to eat some more, but hey, it is what it is. So after the dish up, smells good, scoops nicely. Again, it's a little bit harder scoop than I normally go for, but it's loaded with solids. On goes our almond. At the end of the day, this is Almond Joy. Coat it with our melted chocolate with that tiny little bit of coconut oil. That's going to freeze nicely as a crackle top. Right, Almond Joy ice cream number 1. This is the traditionally churned one. Like I said before, this texture is basically everything in this ice cream. You can't just make coconut ice cream and put an almond on top, cover it with chocolate. That doesn't make it an Almond Joy ice cream. Having that texture, the right amount of coconut within the base, the right flavor for the base, the right consistency of the ice cream, it's key. So, we've got to try this. I'm excited. Nice. That's so good. Having all that coconut in there. Perfect. Perfect consistency. Perfect texture. Those shards of chocolate throughout. Just change it up a little bit. Chocolate crackle top. Quick note on that, the more coconut oil you add to chocolate, the slower it will freeze on your ice cream. If you just use chocolate with nothing else, it will freeze really, really quick. So don't go too crazy with the coconut oil. You can use any kind of neutral oil as well. Olive oil is really good I just want to eat this, in chocolate crackle top. Ninja Creami version. Let's see what we can do. Right, first things first. Let's get it spun. I swear that gets longer every time. Right. There's our coconut base. Let's get a spoon. And we want to get the coconut in there. What does it taste like on its own? Oh, nice. So, nice deep well. We want to get a good amount of coconut in here. I'm going to use my hands because I'm the one eating this. You can use a spoon, or a shovel, or a spade, or a bucket, whatever you want. Right, starting there. Actually, I'm going to close that over the top. I don't really want that coconut just to disappear out the top. There we go. Yeah, close that top back up. It's good ice cream. Mixing. Right. Let's see how we get on with this one. Let's get that in there. Let's get this one dished up. And the Ninja, let me put that ice cream back in the freezer. The Ninja Creami version, obviously this one, it doesn't have the chocolate shards throughout. It's too much to have big chocolate shards in a Ninja Creami. The blade just decimates the chocolate. You absolutely can, but they're not nice big shards. I mean, in a traditional churning machine, you can get shards, you know, an inch kind of long. But in a Ninja Creami, they're tiny, tiny, tiny. It will still taste excellent, so don't stress about it. Nice hard chocolate. Let's dig in. Can't fault that at all. It's slightly different. The coconut isn't as soft because it hasn't had time to absorb moisture out of the dairy, so the coconut's just a little bit harder, you know. I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just different. Chocolate on top, beautiful crack. Man, it's crack. 2 delicious Almond Joy ice creams. One done in the traditional machine, one done in the Ninja Creami. Both amazing results. It gives you the same aftertaste, the same after texture as an Almond Joy. Just to reiterate, in Europe you have the Bounty, which is identical to an Almond Joy, but an Almond Joy has the almond on top, which is also covered in chocolate. They both, Almond Joy and Bounty, do a milk chocolate and a dark chocolate version. I've chosen to use dark chocolate here because that's my favorite. By all means, substitute that out for a milk chocolate. Whatever is your favorite Almond Joy, go with that chocolate version. Super good. Anyway, it only took me, what, 2.5 years, maybe even more, to get the perfect coconut, for me anyway, ice cream. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And for those that are interested, I have a big box here of candy that I am going to do remakes of, and maybe even ice cream versions of as well in the near future. Tell me what your favorite candy bar is. Obviously this is North American candy. If you're in Europe, tell me what your favorite candy bar is there. I can get candy from Europe as well when family come over to visit, so let's do some unique kind of things. I wonder if we can do something ice creamy like this. Man, that would go hard in ice cream though. Don't you freeze these over here sometimes for the summer? But that's delicious. Anyway, enough chat. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next week.